My beloved child, the one I've seen cry in silence while no one else saw. It was seen by God. I saw it, heaven shook with you that night. This morning you tried to be strong again. That's right, you told yourself, I'm okay. But something broke deep down. There was a whisper, how long do I have to wait? That's why God sent me today, Archangel Michael, today to be with you, to touch your heart and to warn you. Time is up in 45 minutes. You are being talked to by God right now, not through a dream or a prophet, but through this message. You won't hurt yourself if you skip this again like you did before, or put off reading it like you did with the last 3 messages. Because this is your divine moment, you'll break something holy. This time, don't skip it to hurt God. He has been looking. He has been crying. Your house is about to experience a sudden event. It will either be a blessing so big that it erases all doubt, or a shift so strong that it makes you cry again. It depends on what you pick now. Don't think this is just a normal message. Someone you loved very much is praying for you to stay close in the spirit world right now as you read this. The sky is whispering. This time, please open it with your heart before I tell you what's going on behind your back. Here's a gentle but important message before I tell you the shocking truth about the meeting in the spirit world that happened last night because of you. Index finger on back hand pointing right. If your spirit is already shaking, subscribe right away. You can keep reading this message, but only if your heart is open. We want you to see what comes next. Heaven is ready to tell you a secret that only you are meant to know. It's not public. The power is strong and it is safe. Take a deep breath, my dear, because what I'm about to tell you will change your whole month. Today, you felt it in your chest, right? Not sure why that strange weight is there. That sudden lack of breath around 3:17 p.m. that wasn't stress. It was pressure from the spirit. Heaven was getting closer to see if you were still paying attention. You still didn't care about it. That voice inside you that told you something was about to happen was shut down, but God kept calling. You were picked even when you forgot why you were here, even when people made fun of you, even when you thought you were too broken to be picked. Now let me tell you something. Last night, your name was called out in the throne room of God. It rang with a sense of need. When I heard it, even I, Archangel Michael, moved forward. The angels stood still because your name, your full name, was linked to something that heaven had been quiet about until now. You're about to do something you never thought possible. The enemy, on the other hand, saw it coming before you did. He is now trying hard to get your attention away. He's behind the sudden calls, the stress that comes out of nowhere, and the fake peace. He wins if he can keep you waiting even for 45 minutes. Not today though, since you opened this. And by doing that, you woke up a spiritual shield that had been sleeping. You have to stay with me though. Keep reading. So now I have to tell you. You were asleep last night, and even though it was quiet outside, your spirit was still moving. There was a spiritual gathering. These aren't open to everyone, but your name, energy, and purpose are. It was like fire in heaven. The voice of God was soft but authoritative. He said that the person with this destiny is still hurting, but they are still chosen, set apart, and safe. He then looked at me. Go tell them they have 45 minutes left to decide, believe, or give up, said Archangel Michael. Even though you think it's just a number, 45 minutes is a spiritual counter that is running out. Not to scare you, but to get you ready. In an hour, something will be unlocked. A surprise so good that even your enemies won't know what to think. When they hear your name, even your family members who thought you were done will blink twice. But pay close attention, because this part is private, important, and only for you to see. Someone is putting off what you deserve. It's not just one person. It's a spirit that has been assigned to you. It keeps an eye on you when you're tired. When you're about to rise, it makes the resistance stronger. It puts people in your way to see how patient you are. And it's working through a voice you know right now. You just thought of a name, right? That's the one. If you had a sudden realization right now, I want you to claim your power over all the things that are distracting you. In the space below, type, I break every spiritual delay. In the spirit world, let those words be a strong declaration that you choose divine alignment over old traps. This is what you thought, they were safe, but they've been talked about more than once as a distraction in the spirit world. But look at what heaven did just now. The cord was cut. Because you opened this at the right time, that spiritual tie broke. It would have taken longer for your blessings to get to you if you had skipped this again. That soul tie would have grown stronger. But now your mind is clear. Before we continue, just a brief moment. Many of you have written to me asking about the Bible I read from, the resources I lean on in prayer. Everything is linked in the description below. The large print Bible that opens the Word clearly and beautifully, and a guided ebook on the life and journey of Christ, written to draw you deeper into Him. These are not just products. These are tools I carry in my own walk with the Lord. Visit the shop through the link below, and if anything there brings you closer to Jesus, all glory to Him. Leave your thoughts in the comments. We read every word. Now let us continue. Together your way is now clear. Finally, I can tell you the truth. The truth is that money is being sent to you, but it's not normal money. This is God's provision. Your spiritual ancestors have given you wealth. If someone loved you before you were born, they will protect you. It's been waiting for that inheritance. Even though you deserve it, your heart wasn't fully ready to receive it until now. Also, when heaven gets your heart ready to receive, it makes a way for you to move forward with faith instead of fear. Dear child, I see the trouble you've been having, the stress you feel about money, the worries that don't come out, and the times when you don't know what to do next. Peace is already on its way because you've been asking for it. You're not supposed to stay scared. You should move forward every day with a plan, faith, and clear steps. That's why you've been given a simple system. A 30-day system for faith and money breakthroughs. A path where you say a focused prayer, do something small with your money, and get clear guidance every day to help you move forward. There is no stress or confusion. There is only steady progress toward peace and stability. Take the first step today if you feel ready to change your situation. This could be the start of a new chapter in your life. The link is in the description and in the comments that have been pinned below. When you start to act with faith, doubt can't stop what God has planned for you from happening. There were times when you felt it. You felt like something big was going to happen, but then it went away because you doubted it again. But today, heaven opened one last door for you. This message, this moment, this holy scroll, only you should be able to see it. Please stay still for 30 seconds. Pay attention to the silence. Heaven is writing your name again in that silence, and this time with gold ink. That's not a sign, that's the law of spirit. A name written in golden ink in the courts of heaven means that they are ready to be set free by the King. We are moving from reading passively to being activated by God right now. Kindly write, "My name is written for royal release," in the space below. There should be no doubt in your mind when you write it. By writing this, you are telling heaven that your heart is ready to move from survival mode to royal inheritance mode. Which brings me to this. God tells you that you will see a sign in 7 days. At first, it will look like a mistake, a shut door, a delay, or a denial. Wait, don't be scared. He's just slamming that door shut so he can open the one that leads to your palace. You're not being turned down, you are being looked after. Someone was going to give you something pretty that would have made you lose your peace. While they would have given you short-term attention, they would have taken years of alignment away. That's why God had to stop it. He had to get in the way of your comfort to give you your crown. That's why things have been so tricky lately, right? Your mood's going up and down. One day full of faith, the next day full of fear. You smile, but deep down you're sad. That's not being confused. That's the change. You are dying as the old you. The new you is starting to show itself. That's why people are leaving. That's why people are talking about you behind your back. What God has planned is hidden from them. He kept it from them. He only told me about it. I'm telling you now because heaven has given me permission to do so. Are you ready for the next truth? Then take a deep breath because this part is heavy. Someone who you helped was about to betray you. That person, yes. You stuck with them even though everyone told you not to. You kept giving them chances. To keep them close, you shut down your own gut feelings. But they were getting ready to hurt you, not emotionally, spiritually, or physically. They were going to say something that would have turned your next season upside down. God put off their meeting because of this. That's why their plans keep breaking down. It's His way of giving you time to let go before they do. Do not ignore this message. Time is up in 45 minutes. Your calling is safe with heaven, but only if you stay alert. Make your promise to heaven right now if you are ready to stop holding on to what hurt you and let go. Say something like, "I give up the past and receive my peace." Set a public line in the sand here to say that betrayal in the past has no power over your future. You're not crazy. You have spiritual gifts. That anxiety is what you need to know. That restlessness is the doorbell to your breakthrough. You weren't made to fit in. You were made to break patterns, move between generations, and bring glory to places where other people brought gossip. Your birth itself was a protest against evil. Don't turn down the light to make the shadows happy. Before the end of this chapter, I have one more thing to say. I want you to read it with all your heart because someone in heaven is seeing you. It was their wish that this message get to you, and they hope you don't scroll past it. Their message is easy to understand. Don't give up right now, not as far away as you think. It's okay to not feel strong because strength isn't always fire. Being strong sometimes means showing up when you want to hide. Of course, you, beloved, have been there. This is how God shows up. Everything that was kept secret is about to come out. Your wait is about to make sense. Everything that hurts is about to become a promise come true. You'll cry again, but this time it will be happy tears because you've opened this message. The timer has started and your miracle is now happening. Beloved, pause with me for just a moment. These messages you receive, they are not made by algorithm. They are made by hands, by hearts, by faith. And it is only possible because of people like you. If this ministry has blessed you, the link below is where you can sow a seed. Every gift, no matter how small, God sees it. God remembers it. Now, let us continue. I have something to say that not many people will understand. When heaven decides to raise someone up, everything around them starts to shake. Not because God is mean, but because the base needs to be broken. The new blessing can now stand. That's what has been going on with you. Things have been getting worse. A lot of people have left. It's hard to get money. Peace seems short-lived. Your mind thought it was an attack, but it was really a message from God in the spirit world. Get the crown ready. They're almost ready. You read this message at the right time, so I need to warn you of something. You're okay. But if you had ignored it, the enemy would have used the next 3 days to make you really doubt yourself. You would have lost your chance to enjoy the moment. That's why this was marked as important. That's why God has been pushing you all day. It wasn't your imagination that made you feel tense. It was spiritually important. An angel is standing near your house right now as I talk to you. They were told to stop the message that was meant to disturb your peace. But they can only move if you keep your faith strong. That's why you need to read more. Each sentence takes away more doubt. Every sentence is clearing your mind of spiritual dust. Let me make this clear. God is changing things so that the rest of your year will not look like the beginning of it. He's using that delay to get things done. That pain is becoming a sign. That no is turning into a bigger yes. And I need you to go this far in your mind because you still feel like you're not good enough. Still feels like you might be getting in trouble. Still doesn't get why it feels like you're almost there but never make it. That is over now though, since you crossed over. You've just crossed a holy threshold, a gate that only you could open when everyone else was locked out. You didn't earn it, you were picked for it. Chosen to rise even though others made fun of you. They were picked to carry wisdom while they carry judgment. Chosen to shine after other people hid it for years. Now the clock works in a different way. The countdown starts, not to punishment, but to happiness. Finally, I'll tell you something else that the enemy did not want you to know. Your name has been seen in rooms you haven't been in. People you don't know have talked about you, and some people with bad intentions have tried to stop you from getting what you want. However, heaven stopped all of their curses. How? Because you were kind and said prayers in silence. When you blessed other people while you were bleeding, God remembered those seeds. Now those seeds have grown into harvest trees that will give you shade, fruit, and a favor you didn't ask for but really needed. This is where the information you have turns into your real world. Write the exact following in the comments. Today is the start of my harvest of favor. As you post it, picture all the doors that were closed before opening wide, and say that you are ready for the divine overflow that has been assigned to your name. Just so you know, it's going to happen without you having to beg for it. You won't need to go after it. It will find you because heaven has told everyone in the spirit world about it. It is being favored, marked, honored, and given to you in abundance. The version of you that was made for survival is about to be replaced by a version that was made for royalty. By the end of this season, you won't even recognize yourself. But don't do these things. Don't go back to the things that hurt you. Don't look for approval from people whose voices God shut down. Don't try to tell people who have never seen your pain about your glow up. They didn't say this in court. You have it, and it starts now. In just 27 minutes. There will be a change in the spiritual air around you. It'll hit you in the chest. A strange lightness and warmth all of a sudden. That's heaven letting us know that this message wasn't a mistake. This is not an accident in any way. You were supposed to open this. You should have read these words today because you are now on heaven's timetable. I can finally tell you the secret that heaven has kept hidden until now since you didn't skip it. The person who broke you will try to come back, but not to fix what they broke. Instead, they will try to connect with the light that is now coming into your life. You must be smart. You need to keep the peace because now everyone can see your light, even those who mean you harm. Don't worry though, you are no longer safe and sound. There is nothing between you and what God is building in you, and I, Archangel Michael, will not let anyone get in the way. I will fight for you even if you are too tired to pray, even if you cry yourself to sleep or forget that you deserve it. God said they've been through enough. Now quickly bless them, so be ready for something strange and unexpected in the next 24 hours. At first, it might seem like a bother, but it will actually be the key to your success. Don't worry about being late. You are right where God wants you to be. Heaven hears your prayers, even when it doesn't seem like it or when no one else is cheering for you. You are seen by God. He's moving for you now. Yes, my dear, because your soul has stayed, I will go on. You didn't lose your heart in the middle of the message like some people do, because God saw you shaking but still believing. I'm allowed to say more. Come up closer. Listen to your spirit. Something big is going to happen, but at first it won't look like a miracle. It will look like there is a lot of confusion and that everything is going in the wrong direction. But don't let this fool you. God is moving things around. Things that looked like they were going to fall apart weren't. Everything was falling into place. The person who left was freed because being with you in the next season would have made your blessing come later. They didn't turn you down. Heaven took them away. Don't worry about fixing them. They would have ruined your future no matter how hard you tried. You are now free, but pay attention. Freedom comes with duty. You weren't set free by God to go back to chaos. He set you free to walk with ease. What opens next will depend on what you do next. There is a file in heaven with your name on it right now as you read this. It's shining. It's written on "Open Up." Today, do you understand? Because you were patient, you had faith, you didn't give up when everyone else did. You came even though you said in your head, "God, I'm tired." Yes, God is now brazen. I will tell you what's in that file. A brand new link. A real one, not one based on pretending. One that doesn't favor one side. The way you always loved is about to be shown to someone else. This time, it won't just be you who works hard. You deserve to feel poured into this time. You've been giving for years while your cup was empty. The refilling has begun, but there's more. There is activity going on behind closed doors. Your name is being talked about. Your name came up again, but this time it wasn't in a bad way. Someone important, but not someone you know very well yet, has felt drawn to you. They feel like God is telling them to open a door you couldn't open on your own. You did not build a network for this. You didn't ask for it. You didn't get the word out, but God spoke your name into their minds. It looks like something big is about to happen. Get ready for that call, email, or message. At first, it will sound normal, but it was meant to happen all at once. It will bring peace, so you'll know it's from heaven. There's no stress or confusion, just a clear, well-aligned chance. And that chance will change the course of your life. It affects them mentally, emotionally, and spiritually as well as financially. People are about to pay attention to your energy in places where they didn't before. Now I'm going to ask you a brave and holy question. Are you ready for what you prayed for? Since the answers are finally on the way. The things you wrote down months ago are now coming out. But here is the trick. God checked to see if your heart was still the same, if you could still be kind after being hurt, if you could love again after being lied to, if you could still dream after being let down. You did well on the test. Not perfectly, but with all honesty. This means that your miracle is no longer on hold. It is being processed, spiritually signed. Angels were sent, manifestation planned, because you chose to believe once more. But wait, there's one more thing I need to say before the hour changes. You are also being tested by someone you used to cry over. What they lost will be shown to them, not to punish them, but to wake them up because they broke the deal to honor you and their fate depended on it. God is talking to them alone, so don't get in the way. Do not reach out. Don't go back to the past. Heaven is already taking care of it, so let it go. Justice is already being done in the spirit, and you are already being restored. In the next 72 hours, there will be proof, signs, and small things that will say, God is in this. Write this down on paper, you'll see it. What's coming is better, not perfect, but peaceful, aligned, and real, and what's gone is not a loss. I won't go back to what broke me, it taught me something. Take a few deep breaths now, as your nervous system tries to catch up with your spiritual growth. Your heart has been heavy, but when you finish this message, it will make you feel lighter because your soul was just fed. As heaven starts to take off that weight, it also shows you a straight and honest way to bring peace into every part of your life. I can see how much weight you've been carrying, my child. The worries you don't talk about money, the stress, and the nights when your mind won't shut off. People have heard your prayers for peace. You are not supposed to be scared and confused on this journey. You should have faith, be clear, and know what to do every day. That's why a simple path has been set out for you, a 30-day system for faith and money breakthrough. You will be given a gentle prayer, a simple money step, and clear instructions every day to help you get back in charge. There is nothing too big or too hard, just steady, small steps that lead to peace and stability. Start today if your heart says it's time. Do not wait any longer. The link is in the title and in the comments that have been pinned below. Because once you stop carrying all of your problems by yourself and start taking steady steps, peace starts to return to your spirit and to your everyday life. You were just told again. You are seen, you're safe, you're getting help. Not just people, but also God, angels, and other beings. And I, Michael the Archangel, I'm looking at more than just you. I'm following you, drawn sword, raised shield, and assignment turned on. Also, here's my last tip for tonight before you go to sleep. Say this out loud. I'm ready to get what heaven has marked out for me. Say it 3 times. Even if you have to whisper it or your voice cracks, it doesn't matter. When When those words hit the air, they'll move the spirit and heaven will answer. Get your heart ready now. Wait for your miracle. Don't forget that you missed this message. You got this message. Right now there is a holy silence in heaven. They haven't stopped to rest. They've all stopped to listen. Pay attention to what your heart is telling you. That's right, something changed in the spirit world when your spirit opened this message today. You got louder than ever before, not in noise but in light. Your name shone in the sky, not because you yelled. It wasn't because you begged, but because you kept going. No one knew you were walking through storms, but you made it through them. You got better from wounds that no one else could see. You loved even though they didn't love you back. You kept coming even though you were tired. And heaven says that's enough for now. No more getting by. Stop taking on burdens that aren't yours. Don't question your worth because other people couldn't see it. You no longer had to beg for room in rooms that were too small for your anointing. You are now in the season of evidence, when the prayers you whispered to God will come true in public. No one, not even the people who ignored you before, will be able to say otherwise. God didn't say no, you see, and He said, "Not yet, because I'm building something bigger." You thought the delay meant He didn't want to do it. But in the kingdom of heaven, waiting is planned. God had something planned behind all of your chaos. Every door that shut on you was a way to get to something better. You thought your mistakes were getting you in trouble, but they were actually setting you up for your miracle. That's why as you got closer, the attacks got stronger. Because of this, you felt heavier when you prayed more. The bad guys don't fight empty ships. He fights ships that carry fate. Also, you, dear one, are full of divine promise. It's time to give the holy thing you've been carrying to its rightful owner. It's time to give birth to the blessing that has been growing inside you all year. Yes, giving birth hurts, but that's proof that it's real. Show that you're close. With sword in hand, Archangel Michael stands at the door of your delivery and says, "No weapon formed against this one shall prosper." No more. Dear family, if this message found you today, it was not by chance. God directed your steps here. These videos bring us no income, no platform, no support except yours. If you feel led, your seed of love keeps this light alive for thousands of chosen ones around the world. And there is a family waiting for you, brothers and sisters who arrived broken, arrived searching, and found belonging. The link is in the description. Come home, beloved. You were always meant to find us. Close in even more, because what's coming next is very personal. I can feel heaven leaning in to hear what you have to say. God says, "Tell them I never left, I never stopped watching. Even when they felt alone in the midnight, I was the hand holding their tears. Even when they cursed their own reflection, I was the voice still whispering, 'You are mine, you were never forgotten.' Not for a single second. Every sigh, every deep breath, every exhausted morning, God heard it. You've been carrying grief in places where you smile. You've been breaking in places no one would ever guess. But God knows. And He is not just the restorer of time. He is the resurrector of joy. He is breathing fresh life into your atmosphere. You will laugh again, not that nervous, polite laugh you give to keep things light. No, you will laugh with your belly, with your whole chest, with a heart that finally feels safe again. Because what's coming next isn't just a blessing, it's your redemption. But let me give you a final warning wrapped in love. Once your miracle arrives, do not shrink yourself to comfort those who never clapped for you. Don't hide your joy just because someone else still chooses bitterness. God is not asking you to be small. He is asking you to be true. This light wasn't given to you to keep others comfortable. It was given to reveal what was always inside you. So walk tall, own your story, be bold with your becoming. Let them talk, let them wonder, let them stare. Because soon they'll see the same person they once overlooked being overwhelmed by divine favor. That's what grace does. It doesn't ask for permission. It doesn't wait for applause. It just shows up like rain on dry ground and says, I'm here because heaven said so. And what of love? Yes, heaven has seen your heart. The way you long for a love that feels like home. The way you've held on to hope even when every relationship left you empty. God is not blind to your longing. You were never meant to chase love. You were created to attract it through truth and light. That love you crave, it's coming, but not as a test this time, not as confusion wrapped in a pretty face. This time it will come as clarity, as kindness, as mutual healing. Someone is already dreaming of you without even knowing your name. They're feeling a spiritual pull and don't even understand why. But I'll tell you why. Because your soul is calling to theirs now, and soon their feet will follow that pull. And when you meet them, you will feel the peace of every unanswered prayer melt into the warmth of their smile. Wait for it. It's on the way. Now pause for one moment. Close your eyes. Breathe in there. Did you feel that stillness, that peace? That's God's confirmation. He is with you even now, even here. And if you hold on just a little longer, everything you've cried for, waited for, broken for will arrive. Not because you're lucky, but because you're loved. Because you believed when it made no sense. Because you praised when your world was shaking. Because you kept reading this message even when it started to feel too real. Heaven is watching and heaven is moving. Archangel Michael will stay by your side tonight. No dark spirit will pass through. No strange energy will break your rest. No attack will reach your dreams. You are covered. And tomorrow when you wake, you'll feel it. The shift. The air will taste different. The light will feel warmer because it's not just a new day. It's the start of the season where miracles find you. Now go in peace. You've seen the message. You've passed the test. You've heard heaven speak. Now prepare to live in the answer. Of course, beloved soul, let me carry you even deeper now into the silence beyond this message. The place where heaven writes miracles before they touch earth. The part of the message that not everyone stays to hear. But you are still here. And because of that, I can give you what most never receive. The final whisper, the sacred seal, the divine truth that is written only for those who refuse to let go before the blessing is complete. Now listen closely. There is a shift happening in your spiritual records. A page has just turned. You didn't feel it with your body, but your soul noticed it. That subtle sigh, that flicker of energy behind your ribs, that quiet moment where your mind stopped racing, that was heaven pressing the stamp of approval on this next chapter of your life. The chapter where you finally see what God was writing in the dark. Because for so long you felt left out. You looked around and saw others getting answered, others receiving, others being celebrated. And you asked quietly, almost ashamed to even pray it. God, did you forget me? But now you know He didn't. He was building something custom. He was stretching your capacity. He wasn't ignoring you. He He was preparing you so that when the blessing came, you wouldn't reject it. You see, some people get their blessings too early. They fumble them, they panic, they sabotage the very thing they cried for, but you waited. And because of that, what's coming to you will stay, it will grow, it will multiply, because it's coming on schedule, not rushed, not forced, but divine. And don't worry about those who didn't support you. Don't try to explain your glow up. Don't waste your breath trying to defend your journey, the people who couldn't love you at your lowest. Do not get access to your highest. Let that truth rest in your spirit. This next version of you will not chase, will not beg, will not shrink. You will rise not arrogantly but in reverent strength. Because now you know what it costs to be here. You've paid in tears, you've paid in silent prayers, you've paid in long nights and lonely mornings. And heaven, oh beloved, heaven always repays in double. So prepare not just emotionally but practically. Clear your space, clear your schedule. Clear your heart, make room for what's about to come in, because your life is not just changing, it's being upgraded. And let me tell you something that will sound unbelievable, but I must say it because it's true. There is a letter being written about you right now. Yes, a letter, maybe even a digital one, but it has your name on it and is an instruction from God in the heart of the person who wrote it. Show respect for this person. Give them what they need. Bless them right away. It's not just spiritual. This is important. The kind of news that makes you cry alone because you didn't think God would be so kind, but He is. He was always that way. You hadn't seen this side of Him yet. What about your family? Of course, even their repair. The line of blood will get better. It will be possible to have conversations that seemed impossible before. Not perfectly, but without any problems. Some people are becoming kinder behind closed doors. They might not say it out loud, but they know they were wrong. Soon, the sorry you thought would never come. It's going to come, not because you were after it, but because God planned it. And finally, one last thing I want to tell your spirit tonight. Let go as you lay your head down. Get rid of the part of you that had to act like everything was fine. Don't worry that it's already too late. Don't think that miracles only happen to other people. For God is moving right now as you read this last word of the message. He's moving things around in rooms you haven't been in yet. He is changing timelines. He's breaking the rules. No is becoming, look at what I'm about to do. All because you stayed, you took your time, you didn't leave, you didn't skip ahead, you had faith. Now, my beloved, heaven speaks. Get ready, because what you're about to see will make you speechless. Not just any tears, but tears that say, God, you really heard me. At some point, the soul knows it's being talked to. Something that makes you feel like time has stopped just long enough for you to hear what's meant just for you. Beloved, just for a moment, I want to be honest with you. These messages are not sponsored, not supported by any platform. They exist because of faithful hearts like yours. If this ministry has touched you, the link is waiting for you. Look in the description below this video, or find it pinned in the first comment. God sees every seed. Now let us continue. That's where you are now. Even though it's still loud outside, something inside you just went silent. It's not empty, it's holy. You're not reading these words by mistake. Your spirit was drawn here by a divine pull. You were pulled to this very moment by your higher self, your calling, or your future self. This is how heaven has been trying to reach you in a way that the world has never been able to. It's more than just a message. This mirror will help you remember what kind of person you are. They gave you a name, but you're not that. You're not the mistakes you've made. You are not the pain you went through. You are the one that heaven spoke of when they said, "Hide them for a while." They are not yet ready to be shown. But now, the time to hide is over. Now the cover comes off. It's now your time. It's been so long since someone saw you that you forgot what it's like to be seen. You dim the lights when you walk into a room, not because you're not sure, but because you're tired of explaining everything. You've been strong for too many people and too many times. No one held you while you held them. And living like that leaves scars on the soul. You start to wonder when your turn will come around. God should still remember the quiet person who prays and cries, not for money or fame, but just to feel safe. But listen to this now and let it warm you up. Heaven hasn't forgotten about you, not even for a second. God never took his eyes off of anything. No matter how sad, angry, or quiet you were, he was there for you. He held out. He's now acting. Your name has been given to angels who have been waiting for this very moment. By not giving up, you set off something in heaven. When you gave up, you called for a miracle. I know you're sick of hearing the word soon. It's been said too many times. Things will change soon. Your big break will come soon. Now I need you to hear it a different way, because soon has a date. Heaven's calendar now shows that soon is coming up. Soon is no longer just a hope. It is moving and putting itself together around you. The signs have already begun to show up. Feeling cold all of a sudden when there was no wind. The lights that flicker when you're thinking. You wake up at odd times with a strong feeling in your chest. It's not a coincidence. That's heaven telling you to be ready. We're almost there. There was no denial in the delay. It was building work. Before we continue, just a brief moment. Many of you have written to me asking about the Bible I read from, the resources I lean on in prayer. Everything is linked in the description below. The large print Bible that opens the Word clearly and beautifully, and a guided ebook on the life and journey of Christ, written to draw you deeper into Him. These are not just products. These are tools I carry in my own walk with the Lord. Visit the shop through the link below, and if anything there brings you closer to Jesus, all glory to Him. Leave your thoughts in the comments. We read every word. Now let us continue. Together, God wasn't waiting to punish you. He was making a life for you where your pain would not be able to follow you. Yes, I need to talk about your heart, because you've been acting like it's fine just to get through the day. You talk, post, laugh, and stay busy, but there's a weight inside that won't go away. A sadness that sticks to your bones. It doesn't matter how much you rest. You haven't told anyone because everyone relies on you. It's not good to be a bother, but I want you to know that God sees that weight and is about to take it off. You are not supposed to carry this sadness into the next season. You are not meant to go into your future by yourself. It was meant to be happy. Someone will do more than just love you when they come into your life. They'll get it. They're sent not because they're perfect. Sent to answer a prayer you stopped saying out loud. This is to remind you that being soft is not a sign of weakness. It's your calling. In this next part of your life, you'll feel like you just woke up from a long, heavy dream. You will feel lost at first. You'll wonder if you truly deserve to feel this good. You'll be ready for the shoe to drop. If you've been waiting for the hurt for years, that's what will happen. But God will show you that this time is different, little by little, day by day. There won't be a secret plan or betrayal waiting in the wings. No more beginning over. What's coming will be stable, holy, and safe, and you won't even know it at first because it will feel so peaceful. It won't feel like fire. It'll really feel like home, peace that doesn't yell, it doesn't move. And now you, sweet soul, are ready to receive that stillness, that holy peace that can't be denied. Breathe in more deeply than you have all day. This message from God is almost over, but your miracle is still going on. After this point, the real story starts. As you get up from your seat, you'll see that something inside you has changed forever when you look up again. Because you can't stay the same after heaven talks to your soul directly like it did now. People can't understand the frequency you're walking in now. Things will get old for you quickly. You'll let go more quickly. Because you're not the person who used to beg for crumbs, you'll love more, but you'll also protect yourself better. Your royalty is spiritually recognized, helped by the universe, guarded by angels, and deeply and forever loved. Your royalty is spiritually recognized, helped by the universe, guarded by angels, and deeply and forever loved. And before you leave, remember that people like you keep these messages going. We depend on viewers to keep us going. You can buy us a coffee through the link in the description if you want to help this mission and these messages reach more people. Have a great day.